Alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Amma ba'd. Hunger claims our children first. When we look in the world and we see hungry people, the first ones we see that's hungry and dying are our children, our Muslim children. And I've seen many solicitation programs by Christians and everybody, and they showed all these here dying children, all bony. You see their bones coming through their skin, and then they have a woman, or mostly a woman, come forward, and she's fat and healthy, and she's saying that this is my niece or my nephew or my little sister or my little brother who's dying of hunger. But look at her. She's how fat she is. Why didn't she share some of that food that she ate to get her fat with her niece or nephew or her son, her daughter, her brother or her sister? And Muslims seem to run and give money to those Christian organizations talking about we're helping the poor and the needy. We need to start doing for the Muslims who are dying of hunger and are in need. You should go to our website, which is www.hungerclaimsourchildrenfirst.zohosites.com. That's Zoho Sites, ZOHOSITES.com. And look at the many Muslim children who we are trying to assist and help to build an orphanage for them and take care of them as we should be taking care of them. Allah says in the Quran that, well, when a believer removes an obstacle from the path of another believer or Muslim, Allah will remove an obstacle in the path or on the day of judgment for that Muslim. We should be trying to remove these obstacles that's in the path of our Muslim orphans. You know, every day, all day, we should be working hard, you know, to remove these here obstacles, because we want to enter into Jannah. We want to please Allah and enter into Jannah. So we need to do the things that Allah says we should do in order to get the blessings from Allah. And this is one of the biggest ways of getting some of the blessings of Allah. Instead of running down to Starbucks or one of them places and spending $9 and $10 on a cup of coffee. Look at, people be doing that. Spending $9 and $10 on a cup of coffee while the orphans are over there starving to death and dying in the streets and sleeping in gutters. Have you ever been over to Ghana or any of, or Nigeria or any of the African countries? You'll find that the sewer system is horrific. They got ditches along the streets, and these ditches have pipes going into them where the pipes are coming out of the house. So when you use the bathroom in the house, it runs right out into the street, and you can smell all these feces and all this here stuff. It's terrible. You smell walking down the street. Here in America, you have sewer systems, and you have they have where you use the bathroom, and you have the pipes running out down to the bottom of the house and out into the streets, into the sewer, and then they flush it down It goes down to a waste treatment facility, and they take care of that. Over there, they don't have that. I would like to get up here and build a sewer project inside of the orphanage if we get the orphanage, finished, and take away some of these here problems, because that's one of the problems that the Muslim orphans face out there, because all of this here open sewage, it has a lot of water with it, which brings a lot of mosquitoes, and the mosquitoes bring that malaria, and they have a bad problem with malaria epidemics and outbreaks. And we as Muslims, we're supposed to help our fellow Muslims, so that Allah would help us on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, on the day of judgment. Allah will help us by removing some of the obstacles in our way and make our chances of getting into Jannah a little better, inshallah. So we need to start doing things in order to help less fortunate Muslims overseas, and stop running to all of these other places. I've known Muslims come to me and say, let's try to raise money to buy Bibles for this church that had a fire, or rebuild this church. You're going to help rebuild something that's going to help people to commit shirk, to help people worship something other than Allah? What's the matter with you Muslims? Y'all will get up here and do that for the Christians, but you won't do it for your own kind, your own fellow Muslims. You see the children starving out there and sleeping in the gutter and everything else, and you won't take that one $5 bill or $3 bill or even a penny and give it to them to help feed that Muslim. You know that $1 will go a long ways in Africa. Like I believe $1 is equal to 2 Ghana CDs, something like that there. And we don't give anything. There's just a handful of us that's giving all we can to try to help these here orphans, and also help ourselves try to get into Jannah. But the rest of you're just yapping, you're just talking about doing this, talking about doing that, and ain't doing nothing for the Muslims. You go out there and help a Christian get up here and build a church or something to that effect, but you won't help a starving Muslim orphan. And you got like the other day when that gorilla took that child, that it's bad that the public is trying to put the parents of the child in jail. The parents, they're black, and then if it was a white person, they wouldn't be saying something like that. But you had a lot of Muslims jumping on a bandwagon and going out there, trying to do something to raise money and everything else for that family, and they're not Muslim, and using the excuse, well, so what, they're not Muslim, that's all right, they're in need, so we should go to their aid. Go to the aid of your Muslim brothers and sisters before you go to the aid of somebody that's going to commit shirk. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله. How you turn this thing off? There we go.